What's up, YouTube? Cold Ass Ice Princess coming at you from Minnesota. I'm out getting my walk on today. I kind of want to and because I got to. Y'all already know that situation. But I'm going to the store to get some things. You know, I'm so used to having all types of fruits and vegetables in my house, and now I'm down to my last two spaghetti squashes. So I need to go and get a few little things and take the Uber back home instead of walking. But it's a nice day out today, and I'm happy I can walk. I got on my little let me show y'all. I got on my little old lady shoes. They got like some kind of jelly inside of them, so every time I walk they kind of like smush down. They're so comfortable. They call sack roots, SAK roots. And I got on my old school little apple bottom jeans. Oh my God. And my back sack on my back. And my back sack on my back. So I'm headed to the store. To a store I wouldn't even normally go to be honest. Because everything in there is high as fuck. Y'all, I'm coming to y'all to talk to y'all today about something. And do you guys ever remember the first time ever in your life that you felt discrimination or you felt racism or like judged or misjudged? I remember a time when I was a little girl, and for whatever reason a lot of stuff happened to me that like changed my life. I guess I can say a lot of stuff happened to me like very young in life. Like from age, I say 4 to 8. A lot of stuff happened throughout those years. And so anyway, I was at school. And I grew up in Peoria, Illinois, like I told you guys. And I was going to school in the hood called Webster Elementary. And I'm thinking I must have been in first grade, maybe second. So this little girl, she was in class. She was like quiet, like even quieter than me because I'm quiet. But she was like really quiet. And I seen the little girl and stuff, but it's like I didn't really think nothing of it. Because she didn't really associate with none of us. She just stayed to herself. Even if the teacher asked her a question, she don't even answer the question. So one day, we were leaving school, and she was like new to the school. I don't know how many days she was there. I don't know how many. I don't even remember. I just know she was in the class. And she was lost for whatever reason. I don't know if a grown-up would come and get her after school or whatever, but she didn't know how to get home. Or she acting like she didn't know how to get home. Something like this. So, nobody else had walked the girl home. So I walked the girl home. You know. I walked her home from school that day. And everything. Ooh. I I walked the girl home from school that day, and everything was fine. Excuse me, I'm breathing a little hard. And everything was fine. Then so I walked her home from school another day because it was like me and her would see each other in school and we was being kind of friendly with each other. And she was a Hispanic girl. I later come to find out Mexican. That's what they were. So, in the small town that I grew up in, everybody sort of stick to themselves. The blacks on one side, the whites on one side, and then we had like a few Mexicans mixed in. But they kind of stayed to themselves too. So anyway, I'm a little kid, like 6, 7 years old maybe. So I have been walking this girl home from school practically like that whole week. Me and her laugh and talk to each other and look at flowers. We was like both liking the same stuff, flowers and butterflies and shit like that. And so I kept walking her home after school. And then one day, her people was outside. It was like a yard full of people. It was a big house too. A big old house, like a big, just like like in Peoria, Illinois, it's an old city, and there's like a lot of old houses. And this was back in like the 70s, so the house was old then, but I'm sure the house is probably torn down now. Well, anyway, it was a big house, and it was like a lot of people, a lot of men around, and it was like a few women up on the porch. And I mean, as soon as some people seen me walking that little girl home, they ran out and grabbed her so fast, like I was gonna do something wrong to her. And then they was like, they weren't speaking English, but I know they was like basically telling me, get the fuck away from my house, don't come back no more. You know what I mean? They was like, oh, waving their arms, go, go, go. Like, you know how you wave somebody out the way, and you be like, get the fuck out of here type thing. You waving them out the way, go, go, go. And so I look at the little girl, she looked at me, and then some dude picked her up and ran away with her like I was gonna kill her. I mean, he physically picked this girl up like he was seriously in fear. And I wasn't even in their yard. We just came down the street, came down the alley, and I walked her home, the same thing I had been doing. And I'm thinking to myself, I ain't trying to hurt this little girl. I don't even know why these people was so upset because, this black girl is walking their daughter home. This is the way my mom explained it to me later. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, what's the big deal? We was friends or whatever. We were becoming friends and we trusted each other, and she trusted me to make sure she got home, and I didn't mind walking her home and everything like that. And I didn't see really no difference in her. I mean, yeah, we looked at different and everything, but she was a little girl, I was a little girl. It wasn't no big deal to me. But then these grown-ups, they acted like, I don't know, they acted like I was somebody who had machine guns tied to my back or something, and I was just a little kid. And it's like I went home and told my mom about it. And then my mom was like, them motherfuckers prejudice, them motherfuckers, they think they better than us too. All this, that, and the other. You ain't had no business walking her home. Why you was walking her home for anyway? And I was like, Mom, the little girl was lost. The little girl was scared to go home on her own. Well, you ain't got no business walking nobody home anyway. You get your ass home after school, and you better not go nowhere else. But it's like, I don't know. That's like the first time in my life that I really felt like, I guess discrimination is the word I'm trying to use. Maybe that's not the right word, or I'm not sure if that's the right word I'm looking for. But that was like the first time I felt, I guess you could say, like, not good enough. Yeah. And it was the weirdest thing because we were just kids, just hanging out together. But the grown-ups took it and made it into something it wasn't. And I never knew why those people treated me that way, because they was brown like me. They maybe wasn't as dark as me, but they was brown, you know what I mean, people with dark hair. That was just weird. It was just weird. Anyway, y'all, I gotta get on, go to the store, keep walking. Thank you for listening to my story. It's really good for me to get a lot of these things off my chest. And so this is like a therapy for me, coming out here talking to y'all. So thank you for listening. Thank you for rating. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. And as always, grace and peace. Cold as Ice Princess from Minnesota.